The Share Pickers Weekend Podcast with Justin, Paddy, Peter and Steve. The content of this podcast is not intended as investment advice. It is for information purposes only. People in this podcast may hold positions in the stocks they talk about. Do not buy anything based solely on a tip or recommendation. Please do your own research.
Welcome to the Weekend Podcast with me. I'm called Justin, by the way. Paddy, Peter and Breakeven Steven. Here are lads.
Uncle Justin, did you just say?
I didn't say Uncle Justin, but I'm an uncle, yeah. But no, yeah, it's my new brand, Uncle Justin. I'm going to rival Uncle Ben. He's been quiet of late, and I take him over. And he's old. I'll beat him easy. Uncle Ben's. That was Del Boy's favourite rice.
I think he's probably dead now, isn't he?
Is he? Okay.
Probably.
He was getting on when he was making the old rice, wasn't
he? Yeah. To be honest, he probably just his bad diet died off, didn't he? I can't handle any more rice. Give me something else. Give us some salad or something.
Rice.
No, just white rice in a microwave. That's lovely.
Ben, mix up your diet.
I know.
He did do some sauce pots, didn't he, to mix it up?
Yeah, I'm going around Ben's for tea. Oh, we having? You never guess. Rice. Cool.
Rice.
Fair play, make some nice rice, but yeah, it becomes a bit boring after a while. But it is nice. I just fancy something different, Anyway, do you know what? By the way, another thing about camping, right? Why I hate it.
Oh, God.
The kids have got COVID. For heaven's sake. Now I'm feeling rough. I literally took some Sopidine just now because I woke up and thought, did I sleep awkwardly? And we went for one of these PCR tests. We test lateral flow. Me and Megha didn't come up on it. The kids did, because they were sniffling. They're still very annoying. There's nothing wrong with them by the looks of it. But still running around. But now they're sneezing and running around. So we went. I don't know if have you ever had this PCR test in a car? Have you ever tried that?
No.
It's odd. We went to. You've done that, have you? I found it a really odd experience. We went to Eastleigh, the airport, Southampton Airport, and it's a long stay car parking because, of course, that's quiet at the moment. It's been shut down for a while. They're extending the runway there, by the way, and so they can have big flights going out there. It's been nice. 10 minutes on the road. You can go on holidays. Anyway, you go in there, and it's like a different world. You feel like you're in space. You go in, you can't. Do the windows up, please. Windows up. All your windows are up. It was boiling hot. The dog was in the car jumping around. The kids are in the car, and they're all dressed in these almost like you are contaminated, And I suppose you are, fully windowed up. But we try and talk to them. They got masks on, and the head guys on. And what? We put the window up. Put the window up! Okay, sorry. Have you never had that? It's really odd. But we tested negative on that, the PCR. Came back. I don't understand that. We're sharing a house. I think there's something wrong here because...
You're vaccinated.
Yeah, I know that, but you can still have it, can't you? You can still get it.
Yeah, but the chances are far lower. So that's sort of the whole point of vaccination.
Well, I'm feeling rough, and but it's not being picked up
that's
on
just
PCR.
Age.
Yeah, it probably is.
Yeah, but you won't have caught it in the first place, so you won't be positive.
Well, so very coincidental. I'm feeling rough, coughing and sneezing a little bit. The kids have got COVID. They're sharing the same house. If I could if I could get rid of them out of the house, it'd be perfect. But I can't. But me and Megha are feeling rough. It's not registering on the tests, but yet we are feeling rough. It's not a chance it's cold because we haven't obviously been quarantined. We haven't been out. So
psychosomatic.
No, I just think the tests are
just
not
two old people just feeling old. That's all.
The tests are dodgy. That's what they are.
Oh God! This is how conspiracy theories start, isn't it?
Hang on, no. Me and Megha can't be sneezing, coughing, achy, and it just happened to not be COVID when we're sharing a house with two kids who have COVID. What do you think?
Well, they're not foolproof, are they, tests? So,
I mean, they're pretty accurate, though. I mean, especially if they're being done by people in hazmat suits at Eastleigh Airport.
Must be legit.
If you're doing it yourself, then you'd say, okay, fair enough, maybe we're doing it wrong. But
so just to check the swabs. Yeah, just to check those swabs, you put them between your toes, yeah.
Yeah, up your what? No.
Yeah, that's it. Bend over. What?
That's how the Chinese were doing it for a while, which must have been, a hell of a job for someone.
Really, that's why the cases were down. They picked up no cases whatsoever.
Toes.
They reckoned that a swab up your was a more accurate way of testing for COVID.
Were they testing, or was it just hobby?
I think it was miners or something. There was some industry where they were using that as their primary source of testing, which sort of implies it was someone whose job it was to just stare into the It's of hell for...
Yeah.
But also,
how did you drive through like that, though? Just come in with your bums hanging out the window? What do you want there? Bent over.
Yeah.
Get up in the boot instead.
Yeah. Keep going round again. Can I have another test, please? Why? I just like it, really. Just give us another go. One per day, sir. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow.
You say the bun thing wasn't too bad. It's just when you had to put up your nose after.
That stinks. Oh, sorry, we've already used that one. On somebody else in the car in front. Okay.
But Justin, isn't it also, when did you get tested? And you could have caught it since you got tested.
Yeah, it's like a 5-day window, isn't it? So you may not actually be showing enough of the virus in your body to be able to be test positive yet.
Yeah.
So just get tested more.
Yeah. When you say a 5-day window, is that just a slow electric window that comes down? Takes 5 days.
Oh, no, it's just a figure of speech.
Oh, I see. All right. Fear and greed index, boys. What do you know about that?
Oh, my God, that's a... What? Say that again?
The fear and greed index. What do you know about it?
Well,
I am very greedy.
It's a measure of sentiment.
Yes, it is. Well done. Point for Pete.
Thanks.
What does the index go from up to? What's the scale on?
0 to 100.
That's it, right. And so when it's at sort of 80, what is the colour? What is it? Is fear or greed there?
Definitely fear.
No, greed.
Yes, it is.
That's green, and everyone's buoyant and bullish and filling their boots.
And is that a good time to invest?
No, sir.
Yeah, it's not. It's a contrarian indicator, right? And you can check it out on CNN. In fact, I tweeted about it. And the fear and greed index is 25 at the moment. That's extreme fear. Ooh, which is good, because people have sold. They think it's bearish. They're out. People have sold and that stuff. And generally, the lowest I've seen this indicator was in the dash for cash crash in March 2020. It hit 2. And looking back now, there's a fabulous buying opportunity, But people are so scared, they're just selling, just herd mentality. And the thing is, right, this is my thoughts. Welcome fear. Fear is your friend. I've talked about this many times. Fear is your friend. That indicator now is on the bull side, pretty much. It's bearish, of course, but it's for the bull side. And fear, it clears out sellers. The short-term holders, the non-committed, the under-researched, the people who want to sell their stocks on any negative headline. They start panicking about something like, inflation, gold's dropped, the bonds, And it's not a coincidence. When these people tend to get out, and they also tend to lose money, these people. When they worry about everything, they tend to lose money. They work on emotion only, not on fundamentals, And we need these people out. We need them out. So we need fear. Because these are the kind of people that spoil rallies, because they're always, goes up a little bit, I'll take a bit of profit. I've seen something on a headline somewhere, it's going to be bad next couple of years, or, inflation's going. So they sell into rallies all the time. So it's good when we have a sell-off. Welcome sell-offs. It clears out the weak. These people, you can't enjoy a decent rally because a little bit of a storm clouds appear and these people start selling instead. But when you get a decent sell-off, like we've had, in fact, America's had a couple of dips. But this is why you experience sort of big rallies after big sell-offs, because the wet the bed brigade are not holding anymore when they sit on the sidelines because they're too scared to get in the market. And so I think you can tell we're close to a rally because we've had the sell-off. There's a lot of bearish sentiment around. And do you know what I've noticed? Investor engagement is down as well. I mean, I on Twitter, even though I got more followers than I did back in January and February, there was more engagement there. People just switched off, and this is the time to get involved. I mean,
but isn't it seasonal because it's like holiday time?
Yeah. I mean, this is the very best time. But you can't. Do you know, you can't teach psychology, patience, discipline. Patience and discipline. You can't do it. And the last few months, I said this on the thing, but hugely. And I'm comparing it to years and years of investing. They've been hugely frustrating for micro-cap investors. And I said on Twitter, if you've held on to a good improving company, even though the share price has dropped, you are doing the right thing. The markets will rebound, just after the less committed have given up and walked away. They've jumped in on the big rallies from March back in thing, or they didn't catch that. All the excitement around the market brought them to the market, and now they're having a hard time and they jump back out. They're starting to jump back out. So it's a good time. And listen, bank holiday is coming up. And after bank holiday, generally we start getting back to normal liquidity, and the market starts behaving normally. At the moment, any sells pretty much are exaggerated because there's very little liquidity around, and half the market makers are on holidays. So I'm bullish, for the next quarter. I did put a poll up there. I said for returns, this is how I see 2021. Q1 was good. Second quarter, good then bad. Q3 bad. No, there's a pattern. There's a pattern there, isn't it? No, is it? So good for Q1. Right. Q2 good then bad.
Right.
Q3 bad.
Pretty clear pattern.
Q4 I think bad then good. I think it's going to.
Really?
I'm not sure that's a big enough statistically significant pool of data.
It is.
That's not really.
I've had over 300 votes as well on the thing.
Right.
Normally those polls get about 600, 700 votes. It's half. That's where we're at the moment. And even
hang on, was the fourth one a good or a bad?
No, no, it's good. I think
that is good. Okay.
Yeah. I think. I think Q3 will be good then bad. It'll go back towards good, and I think Q4 is September, October can become volatile, but there's more liquidity.
Email out the graph.
Yeah, okay.
I did see that. I did see that poll, and I just thought it looked so confusing. It was like good, bad, good, bad, good, bad, bad, or good.
No. The options were 1 bad. What do you think Q4 will be like? Bad is option 1. Option 2 is bad.
It's then, so binary. It's so binary.
I know. Bad
or bad.
Can I get through the options first? The first option is bad. Right, 24.2% said bad for Q4. Bad then good, which means it'll get better, pretty much. 32.2% good, 37.2% good then bad, 6.4%.
Oh my God!
There's no grey area there. It's either good or bad.
Yeah.
You should go and work for the Tories.
Paddy's obsessed with the Tories. Literally, he's bringing politics. Our WhatsApp group, politics is banned there. And you keep bringing politics up all the time.
I'm never the one that brings up politics, to be fair.
You are. You are. I mean, the thing is...
ban politics, and then you send lots of politics messages.
No, Paddy comes up with some innocuous headline. The bottom line is always, the bloody Tories! That's what it comes down to, doesn't it? Every time. And you think,
well, mate, yeah, absolutely. But
no one's a fan. No, I don't think anyone's a fan. I'm not a fan of Boris or anything like that. I just think I've always said this. I think the opposition at the time was worse. Corbyn and all that lot. God. Now Starmer. I said to you, what I'd long for is some inspirational, straight-talking, honest guy who's wants equality, but also wants to encourage business, people to self-improve. That's what I want. There doesn't be any though. I suppose if you go into politics, that's not the kind of I suppose equalities you have, maybe. I don't know, because
stop bringing up politics, Paddy.
I know.
Yeah, Jesus.
Paddy, why didn't you get into it? You seem like an honest guy. You're a good-looking fella. You like politics. I think you do quite well. You got a bit of a regional accent. That's perfect. You tick all the boxes.
I think you're right, though. I think there needs to be some. The minute there is somebody with just an ounce of charisma who isn't corrupt, and then they'll do very well. But
and you've got, I didn't say you had charisma, and you've got charisma. Yeah, I'll say that. Yeah, you said that. You said that, though. No, but all you have to do is...
I think Andy Burnham might be a good shout at some point.
No, yeah, I do like him. But again, do you trust him? I do like him. He seems to be more real than the others. And I was surprised that didn't he go for the leadership?
The other one, Lisa Nandy's quite good as well.
Yeah, no, I liked her.
I don't know too much about her, about how sort of lefty she is, but
I think she's a bit lefty.
She speaks very well.
Yeah, but Starmer, I'm not impressed. I always think of Starmer.
Someone with I hate to say it, but Tony Blair was. He went down the wrong path eventually, but he was.
He's a bit fakey. He's a bit fakey, though. He's a bit fakey, smiley. A bit fakey, smiley, and he's a bit sort of a bit smiley, fakey, really in hands.
We need someone sort of in that ilk, someone who can sort of unite.
Well, one thing Blair had was leadership. You've got to say,
statesman-like, wasn't it? I mean, that's what they call it, don't they? Whereas Corbyn wasn't. He was a shuffler with a wrinkled suit, and he just looked a scruffy old sod. And you think, he didn't, and he was very lefty. We need that. But listen, no one, Boris is full of bull, isn't he? Let's be honest, he's a lie. He doesn't tell the truth about his kids. Now, if you get a leader like that, don't tell his kids. Come on. Yeah. You've got to pass.
And his whole bunch of cronies, Raab and all that, they're all just sleazy, kind of smarmy, horrible, aren't they? Yeah. Anyway, back to your good, bad,
Paddy, bring the politics in again.
I know. Taking it all down. Back to your bad, good, bad poll.
Yeah.
So you're thinking good.
Because listen, you can. What I'm saying is, you can break the market down, right, into good and bad years. It doesn't work like that, or quarters. And like I said, generally, it's oddly, it's like the UK weather. It is like the UK weather. Now, if you think of the UK weather, everyone thinks, shut up a second. Everyone thinks, right? Everyone thinks.
And now the weather, it's going to be good.
It's good, bad. That's exactly what the weather's about. It's going to start good, it's going to start bad, but it's going to get better. That's what the weather.
Yes, Justin Waite with the national weather. Good.
It was on the National Stock Exchange forecast. That's what he should do. Steve should do that in the National Stock Exchange forecast. And now the forecast for today's stocks. It's going to be good, then bad. Until tomorrow.
Saved a lot of time. And then ended up bad.
Yeah. So the thing is, it is like the weather forecast. Like I said, about a third of the year it rains in the UK. People think it's more than that. It's not. 2/3 of the year, dry days. So and that's a long-term trend there. That's been conducted over years and years. Okay, climate change is slowly changing, but and it'll probably get warmer and wetter, more extreme. But the more rain you have, in consecutive days, the more chances you're going to get a dry day, And if you have like half the year that's rainy, stats say you should be having almost, twice the amount of time dry days. And that's what markets have worked for hundreds of years. So the longer we go through this horrible period, the more chances are, if you're pushing the pendulum one way, basically, you can only hold up there for a while. It'll swing back the other way. And I genuinely believe it will have and right now, when you're at the most bearish, you don't think it'll happen. That's when it tends to happen, because all the sellers and the doomsayers they're out, and they're still, posting negative stuff because they don't want the market to do well, because they're out. You see that. It's amazing how quick someone's sentiment changes when they've sold their stocks. All of a sudden they're very bullish when they're holding stocks. All of a sudden they sell, they're very bearish on Twitter. I think it's going to be a market crash. I really do. How much cash you in? 90%. Oh, okay, that's why. There's never anyone who's very bullish, who's got all in cash, is there? You never see that. If someone's all in cash, they're very bearish. And likewise, the opposite if you're invested. People, history teaches it's never as bad as we think. We've gone through quite a few bad crashes now, and we come at the other end. Okay,
literally every 3 weeks.
Yeah, but that's. Someone said on the Share Pickers Investment at Disco group said, "Is it always like this?" I said, "No, listen, this is historical times here. We're pandemics don't happen very often. What in 700 years, pretty much, or whatever. And so we've gone through a massive sell-off, huge, the fastest sell-off we've ever seen, ever, pretty much. Even beat the the stock market crash in 1929. It sold off so quickly, it was scary. And then we had a massive rebound. And now, of course, you're going to have some churn, some consolidation, some grinding lower, because like with any charts, if you have a big sell-off, it tends to have a rebound and then go sideways for a while. So we've got this boring sideways grind lower, but it'll rally. It's fine. It'll get back to normal. You just got to have some patience. Like patience and discipline, you can't teach, It's emotions. Anyway. Oh, by the way,
you can. But...
Well, I suppose you can train yourself after a while, can't you? Because I remember a while back I was doing a lot more trades than I do now. Now I'm doing no trades in my ISA account. It's pretty much the second month I've done no trades. I'm doing a couple of trades on crypto. I'll talk about that later. I got a strategy, guys. You're going to like it. And it's
not a lot.
Yeah. WhatsApp group chat. Steve, the only stock I want to drop at the moment because I want to buy more is rising every day. True. Pete, true story. Me, just buy it. Steve, no, I want a bargain because I know if I buy now, it will pull back. Happened every other stock I bought over the last few months. Not getting FOMO this time. Advice I believe you gave. Paddy, what if the price today is a bargain? Steve, my cash fund is my Vanguard, which is also going up most days. It's not risking it for FOMO, bargain price or nothing. And I say that's a much better cash fund than resource stocks. Pete, except ours. Me, are you still an arse holder? Are you still an arse holder?
You're going to read out the whole week.
Yeah. Are you still an arse holder, Pete?
Yes.
Wow.
As you met, absolutely. As regular listeners will know, that is in my fun corner.
Is there much fun being had there?
Give us an update.
Yeah.
Well, it's some good news this week in that the investors that caused all the problems previously are now out. They've sold. They've sold out, and they've been replaced by a new investment partner, and they're going through the due diligence process now, and they've taken 15% of the company. So some big sell this earlier in the week, obviously getting rid of the previous investment company, and then these new lot have bought, like I say, 15%. So it's a nice kind of, hopefully, revitalisation of the whole project, and a path now towards
what?
Towards
what? towards something.
Towards production. So it's well, it gives you a kind of it's a cyclical thing, isn't it? If you watch the chart, and we bought back in the day, like what, 1.5p, got up to 14p, or I think your dad sold out. I remember at that point.
Yeah,
very well done.
Yeah.
I remember taking profit, up there, but it came back down to about 2p. I remember buying some more. It went up to about 6p. Then we had the whole furore around the previous investment company. And that's dropped back down to 2p, and now we're in the next chapter.
So it rallied on that stock thing. It rallied up there. You said, "Hey, ours is rallying." It's been, God, do you know what? Yeah. It's been flat, isn't it? For that was, to be honest.
Yeah.
You could draw a line from the big sell-off in January. God, that's patience. There are people holding Asian Mets.
That's when I got out at that little spike there.
Yeah, but do you know what? People have been holding Asian Met since we started talking about them. Back that is patience, because it's been a volatile stock. Fair play to you people. I hope it comes good there. But it's been flatlining there.
I'm one of those people.
Oh yeah, you are. Yeah, fair play.
Right.
But
Thanks.
you got
fair play.
But it doesn't take up much of your portfolio, does it? No,
it's not. And it's like I've said before, it's just having some stocks over there in that little fun corner that you think might come good. On this one, like I say, I de-risked. I even bought some more when it dropped back down. So. It's a long-term plan, right?
He loves fun.
Yeah, but he loves fun, and he loves fun in that part of the world they call Indonesia, where they're exploring for copper. But I said, it rose, and I said, "What's the pop?" It popped, didn't it? And I said, "What's the drop?" And it has come back, because didn't they say they had some COVID delays?
Yeah, so then they had another RNS. Well, it was there was one RNS saying about the new investment, but there's also at the same time an update saying, there'd been some delays due to COVID, and so that had slowed down sort of work on site. But, I just kind of look at it and go, it's just that part of my portfolio. You can't get away from the fact there is obviously a valuable asset in the ground there. It's just when it will actually come to fruition. And
that's a good point. Do you think they'll ever actually produce? I know people, Asian Met, people who are holders or fans, they will say, yes, it will. They will get to production. Do you think they'll ever get to production there? Because the stats suggest...
What are they trying to dig out of the ground?
Copper.
Is it gold?
It's copper. Predominantly.
As a former shareholder, because obviously I did my due diligence.
It's down there somewhere. Copper. They'll get it out, but they're trying to get it out. But do you know what I thought this week? Nah. Do you know what I thought this week, actually, when I saw that... in fact, I had that thought when I read that RNS about the COVID delays in Indonesia, and Afghanistan was on telly, and I was reading that. I thought, what's happening with COVID in Afghanistan then? Because you don't hear much of it, because obviously, I suppose problems take precedence, doesn't they, depending how grave they are.
Yeah.
And I just saw a tweet, oddly today, Elon Musk tweeted out, that scene where they did a press conference, the Taliban, in that person's office. He said,
one mask.
Not one mask between them. Yeah, it's like a Taliban wearer. And also, some odd things. You see them on the dodgems and the gyms and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I thought that was fake. But did you, from a technical point of view, that press conference, if you look and zoom in closely, half the microphones aren't even plugged in. So this obviously they've done it as a look how many people are watching us, and it's not at all. They just faked it, all of it.
But to be fair, quite a few people are watching them.
Good spot, Pete.
No, but good spot, Pete. I didn't spot it. Steve did. But no,
I'll take the credit.
No, but to be fair, that was quite a public press conference, Steve. So they didn't need to fake it, did they? Because
But why would you put half the mics there with nothing plugged in? There's no press reporters would go, I'm going to put my mic there and not plug it in.
Are they wireless?
They're very good at PR and sort of manipulating.
Exactly, that's exactly what they did. They wanted to make it look like everyone wanted to watch them. Whereas actually they just literally stolen mics off press reporters probably and just put them down, thinking that everyone would think they're radio mics, but they're not.
Yeah, is this on? Yes, 1, 2, 1, not plugged in. Shh. What they should have done is set up a YouTube channel and just generate advertising from that, because that would mean we're just doing it. Oh, we're doing it exclusively on Snapchat. And,
I think YouTube have rules against terrorism.
Yes.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Well, I'm surprised. Well, you know what? But anyway, I'll talk about that in a bit. Asia Met. Yes, fun call. But what percent? What I'm saying is, okay, if you can do it just for fun, I suppose. Yeah, I'm doing crypto just for fun, really.
Yeah.
But difference is, my money's going up in that.
No, right. So this is something I was going to say to you, is that you're so dead against resource stocks, but really, come on. What is the difference between investing in crypto as a bit of fun and investing in a hopefully well-managed or well-run resource stock? Because, they're both really unpredictable, massive spikes, massive troughs. Who knows which way it's going to go, but they're exciting at the same time. It can be. What's the difference? Why be so against resource stock? Well, and having a couple in your portfolio that might take a few percent of your portfolio just for the blue sky day when something great might happen and they'll shoot up and a re-rate and all the rest of it. And crypto might go either up or down or whatever. Same thing. So,
because Pete, I'll tell you now, Pete, right? Because crypto, right, blockchain is the future, mate. Right?
No,
I don't know if you know that. Mining in Indonesia isn't the future, really, is it?
But hold on. But at least a resource stock is based in something material and real, whereas crypto, and there's hundreds of these cryptos.
Oh, hang on. What's material and real? We're talking in waves here, in forms. I mean, digital. Well, that's not real. Is it real? Our voice is being digitized across this network. Is that real? Well, it's all real. You pay on digital payments.
What an arse of an argument that
is. But you can't do it's real, because it's real. It's happening. Everything's. What's the perception of real? I mean, we are talking. You pay digitally all the time these days. Is that real? Because it's real.
How many of those cryptocurrencies are going to be accepted as currency?
How much copper are they going to get the ground from Indonesia and accepted and sold?
It's still copper.
Is that real? In fact, is that real?
No.
Because what most explorers are, and people won't want to hear this, right?
Hold on.
People will not want to hear
copper is real.
No. People, of course, copper is real. It's really needed as well for the EV revolution, all that stuff. And But listen, what I'm saying is, most explorers do not explore to produce.
No.
Do you know that? They don't intend to produce anything.
Doesn't stop them from being a company.
No, they do. It's an idea, isn't it? It's not. They don't generate any cash. Like I said, difference between a business. Is it a business? It's not a business, is it? It's not. So essentially, what they want to do essentially is prove it up to the point where they don't have to go for debt funding. And then hopefully someone will buy it. So a hot commodity.
Yeah. I mean, you can say the same about like Netflix, or it's never made a profit, and it probably won't ever make a profit, and it's not intended to make a profit.
No, but what I'm saying, I see the difference between a business and idea is in revenue generation and revenue growth is the demand for the product there. And if you've not sold anything, then that's pretty much not a business.
But I absolutely. But then that's like Paddy said, that's like almost the business model, isn't it? To get to that point but that's part of the journey, and that's what you're investing in. My point is, why be so down on resource stocks as a whole? I agree. There was a ton of resource stocks.
Do you know why? Because I'm not pretending that crypto is an investment for the future. Really, like I said, my strategy there is crypto has amazing liquidity, right? Really is, and I'm not going to touch my investments in my ISA because they are proper businesses improving, and that's why I'm holding those for the longer term. Now, crypto, and right now, the markets are very boring. They're going sideways. I don't want to touch any of my investments. So I'm going to dabble in crypto because I've got a strategy here, and it's based purely off technical analysis. Because I don't believe like I said, I have no pretense that any of these crypto companies are going to be anything. I don't. But the liquidity is amazing, and it works technically because the liquidity is very good, and chart setups work very well. So that's why I'm in crypto. Now, what I hate is the pretense that you can make lots of money in resource stocks when the majority of them just go pop and drop, and they never produce anything. They never sell the project on. And so what I'm saying is, from an investment point of view, not the trading point of view, from an investment point of view, if you want to build wealth, investing in resource stocks is a very high-risk play, and there are a lot better plays out there than that. So if your intention is to make money investing and build wealth, resource companies are not the way.
No, but what I'm saying is I'm not comparing it to that. I'm comparing it to crypto and saying having a little fun pot that you play with, whether you're going into crypto or you go to... So Asia Met, just as an example, yes, I've been patient because it's just been sat there in my little, dark corner of my portfolio. But equally, somebody could look at that now. If you're thinking about having a bit of fun, you kind of look at the chart of the last 5 years and see how cyclical it is, but also look at the new news flow now and kind of go, well, there's a potential that could have a real old re-rate now, couldn't it? From 2.3, whatever it is now, we could be going up nearer 4, 5, 6p. that's interesting and that's a bit of fun.
Yeah, it's a bit of fun. I'm having a bit of fun with crypto. That's what I'm saying. But I prefer fun with crypto than because it's just. I completely.
Don't disregard stocks completely out of hand.
I'm not. Listen,
I think they're quite a fun thing to be to have a little dabble in.
No, but do you know what? You have more fun with crypto, and the upside is bigger now these days. Really is. You can see cryptocurrencies, right? I mean, I've got a little strategy. I only trade on Coinbase because liquidity is very good. Liquidity is amazing. It's better than any stock we own. On even the smallest cryptocurrencies, the liquidity is amazing. You can look at charts for a minute chart, and they're properly populated. Now, if you try that on stocks we own, half the bars aren't there because there's no volume. It's amazing. So, and yet the upside explosive potential of these, just all hope potential. But I mean, that's why I like to do it. You couldn't do that at the moment on AIM. It's so illiquid. I mean, that's what the problem is. And so, if you want fun, you want liquidity, go to crypto. If you want investments, look at businesses on AIM. Yeah, businesses, and I say businesses that are selling stuff. I mean, producing stuff that sell. At the moment, most resource companies, all they produce are more shares every few months. That's all they do.
Yeah, I know.
And that dilates people. So. By the way, Steve, I meant to say that a while back. I was out of my environment when we recorded. I was going to West Wales, my parents' house, so I wasn't thinking. But you were asking about your cash resource, your cash pot, and that's a very good. When I listened to the podcast back, and I do that quite often. I think, hang on, his cash fund should be his Vanguard fund because that's quite stable, and it's likely to go up. So if you need a base of liquidity where you can get money from. That's what you should be holding. But some people do this with bigger stocks.
There is a fall in it. It takes 2 days up to 2 days.
That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter, though. Honestly, I mean, there's always opportunity. And like I say, I guarantee with any stock, there's always opportunity. It always drops. Doesn't matter. Even the hottest stocks have little drops. So when it drops, it doesn't drop for like 2. And normally it drops for more than 2 or 3 days. Or it'll drop and go sideways for a while. So it's fine. I mean, there are ETFs, by the way. You can get into. So if you've got cash and it's sitting there and you just want to hold it cash, you can buy a dividend paying ETF, and that's an exchange traded fund which you can get a quote like any share and sell straight away. The Vanguard funds aren't ETFs, but they are funds. It takes a couple of days to sell. But there's ETFs. Really look into that if you want. But Vanguard are very good. So in future, if rather than just hold cash, if you've got a big chunk of it, you may as well put it in a fund. By the way, do you know what? I've just watched my TV recommendation I give is Warren Buffett's documentary on HBO. It's excellent, absolutely brilliant. And I'm just looking through some of the stuff there. And he says on there, you've got to be prepared when you buy a stock, having them down 50% or more, and be comfortable with it. As long as you're comfortable with holding, that's fine. And he also put the stock price of Berkshire Hathaway, which is the company he owns, went down 50% 3 times, right? And he said to them, at different occasions, he said there wasn't anything wrong with Berkshire when those 3 times occurred. And he said, you better be in the right psychological position, and frankly, some people are not. Some people are more subject to fear than others. It's like a virus. It strikes some people with much greater ferocity than others. And fear is something I've never really had, he said, felt financially. And he did a good quote. Do you know what? He comes up with that. I've been trying to find a sort of analogy for stock prices going down, but the business is improving and you're worrying and selling because the share price has moved down. And he said on there, if you bought a house for 200,000, I changed the figure there. He said, if you bought a house for 200,000 and someone come along, say a week later, and say, I'll give you 150 grand for it, you wouldn't accept their offer, would you? So, that's the kind of thing. So just because someone quotes you that price, doesn't mean it's worth that, And the market is very volatile. That's what the market does. So you've got to know the value of the business. But he's a lovely genius, absolutely. And his partnership with Charlie Munger is excellent, so nice. And his story from... Do you know what he does every day? I love this. They film him from the morning, gets in his car, a 5-minute drive to the office.
He's got a rubbish car, hasn't he?
Yeah, his car is just normal sort of Japanese. It's not like a big Merc. Yeah, and his house is, his house is not like massively huge. You wouldn't expect. It's like a Jeff Bezos or Bill Gates' house, I think there's one house maybe. But he gets in his car, 5-minute drive to the office. He's been doing it 54 years. He said, what I like about this is that McDonald's on the way, and he stops in the drive-thru every morning for breakfast, right? And when he shaves, he says to his wife, right, she gives me 3 amounts of money. If one of those amounts each morning, either 261, 295, or 317, and she puts that amount in the little cup holder next to me in the car, and that determines which of the 3 breakfasts I get. So he said, if I'm not feeling too prosperous, I may go for the 261, which is like 2 sausage patties. So this guy is worth billions and billions. And so he still plays little games himself like this. And he has no need for the money. And it's just lovely how he went from his father was a Republican, and his father died, and he really liked his father. His father inspired him. But he went to become a Democrat. His wife got into human rights, and he talks about Martin Luther King. And he said he's so bullish on America. And he said, you realise it's the human rights thing that got me, that moved me over to Democrat. Because at the time, he said, my sisters are intelligent than me, they're better personality than me. But at the time, women weren't given a chance, and so black people weren't given a chance. And so America's done so well, but we haven't even given half the people in our country a chance, more than half, So he said, I'm so bullish about the future because now more people are getting a chance. He said, my sisters never had the chance. They were told to basically look after their husbands, and there's a limit on what they could do. Where with the males, the sky was the limit. So I was given more of a chance than my sisters. But he said they were more intelligent, funnier than me, and it's so nice. And even his partnership with Charlie Munger, who's a genius as well and very intelligent, some people know Charlie Munger, but other people don't. But he changed Warren's investment strategy, because Warren used to follow Ben Graham's philosophy, trying to buy really cheap stocks, but not very good companies, but really cheap, almost like on the edge of bankruptcy. But he'd buy them cheaply, and they'd have a rally or something, and he'd sell them pretty much. And he said at the time he was buying a fair company for a wonderful price, and they changed that to buying a wonderful company at a fair price. And they bought See's, which is See's Candy. And the first time ever he paid over odds for it. He paid 4 times net tangible asset value, which beforehand they wouldn't do that. They realised he didn't give any value to intangibles. What are intangibles? They're basically things like the brand, the management, that kind of leverage. And he bought See's Candy. Then, because that was such a success, he went to buy Coca-Cola and all that. He did a lot better. But it's really worth watching. HBO, documentary on Warren Buffett. He's an amazing guy. Just so.
Hang on, how do you watch for HBO?
How have you got HBO, Justin?
I haven't. It's just on YouTube.
It's on YouTube.
Right, okay.
Yeah, you just go on the treadmill and watch that. But do you know what? Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, and Warren Buffett
I haven't got a treadmill.
Oh no, you don't need a treadmill. Just need YouTube. Do you know what? Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, and Warren Buffett have in common?
Rich.
Oh, they're really annoying.
Warren Buffett's not annoying. He's a lovely guy. Honestly, the more you watch
Are they all members of the Shepherds Investment Club?
They are, yes. Yeah. No, they all, I didn't read phenomenal amounts. Buffett reads about...
do they, though? I sometimes wonder when people say that they read lots, whether they actually do.
I reckon Buffett's got an audiobook going every now and then.
There's not enough time in the day to read the amount these people say.
I would like that. Paddy would go along to the presentation. There's one on there, actually, of Bill Gates and Warren Buffett, who was interviewed by Charlie Rose. And I would like that. There's loads of students there. But I would like the question come from Charlie Rose saying, so Bill, you read a lot of books, and you and Paddy in the audience, liar! He's a liar! I hate that! The only reason I come here is to say, he can't read the amount of books he reads in his day. No way! Right, that's it. And he storms out. I would love that. Liar.
Well, I think some people they must just sort of skip read. I think that's the only way.
He's a very fast reader, yeah, but he also has time, Pat. You'd be surprised how much time these people have, And so what do they do? They don't go, wakeboarding, do they? What are they going to do? Read books.
Maybe they should try wakeboarding.
Wakeboarding.
Yeah, whatever. Do they go scuba diving or on speedboats? They no kind of people do that, are they? By the way, they start the documentary and he talks to this class of students, and he said a nice analogy. And I thought he was going to talk about stocks, but he didn't. He said, if I said to you at the end of school, I'm going to give you a car, any car you want, okay? So think of a car, and you can have any car you want. Now, the trick is, you have to own that car and only that car for the rest of your life. Now, would you look into that car in more depth if you knew you're going to own one car for the rest of your life? And they said, yeah, that's right, true, isn't it? You do a lot of research on it, make sure it's the best car. And he does have that theory about the hole punch thing. You got a hole punch. I don't know what a punch card is, but you've got 20 spots in that card. You don't need thousands of investments. You only need a handful to do really well in life, and you hold on to them. And he said, if you only got 20 positions in that card, and you only can make 20 investments in your life, you tend to research them more, and same with the car. And he said, of course, you're not going to get one car, but you have one body, one mind, and it's going to last you the rest of your life. So take care of it. And
so do some wakeboarding.
Yeah. So
the thing with books is, if people want me to read more books, they really need to start making books shorter.
Why?
They just take too long to read.
Oh, okay, but
It's like
I know. But do you have a problem reading? Because I mean, I read every night. I do read every night. I don't read factual books. I read John Grisham books and that, and I love it. I genuinely look forward to it. It's my most enjoyable day, part of the day. Where I get into bed and just read my Kindle, and I don't find him hard work because I'm in the story. Why do you find him hard work, Patrick?
It's because I'm massively dyslexic.
Oh yeah. Well, audiobooks then. Can you do that?
No. I just won't bother.
Why? What do you do then, apart from that?
The funny thing is, last year during lockdown, I built this. I'm staring at it now. This bookcase, it's huge. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's got 3 sets of 6 shelves on it. And after I built it, I then realised I don't actually own any books.
Or plan to read any.
Yeah, just put the Kindle on there.
Intention of reading any.
So Kindle.
Now
Kindle.
I need to go and buy like ornaments or something, I guess, to go on this huge bookshelf that I've bought.
Candles.
Candle on a wooden bookshelf. That's not a good idea.
Yeah, you can have too many candles, can't you? Really.
Just put your wakeboard on it.
So now what I'm doing is I'm buying books that look good, but I have no intention of reading.
Yeah.
Just so that when people come around, they go, "Oh, right, you're into politics, are you?" Yeah.
Just have a little framed picture with a quote in it saying, "Books are rubbish." Just have that there. I built this bookcase to display that, but I just put one Kindle in. But bad audiobooks are fine. I walk the dog every morning. I listen. This is my routine. I walk the dog in the morning. I listen to a financial audiobook, and then in the evening I just read on the. I listen on the Kindle. I read on the Kindle. But audiobooks, when you listen to audiobooks, you can build as many books as you want and still listen to audiobooks. That's a good thing you say. Bad. You say. See that bookcase there? You say to people when they come round of an evening, because it's very popular. Say, see that bookcase there? I haven't got any books. You know why? Because they're all in my head. Audio.
Yeah, I've read them all.
Yeah.
Just get those fake books, Pad.
I was going to do that. The ones you find in Wetherspoons. Yeah. They're all sort of glued together. Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. It tries to grab it off the shelf.
Yeah, don't touch that.
But I was surprised in the Zoom time when you saw, people being interviewed on TV. All these bookcases people had, all the books,
Yeah. I don't believe for a second they've read any of those books.
No, I don't either. And then something really boring. And I think, but you know what? And it's got to a stage where everyone's doing it. That's nonsense. And I wouldn't read. I've read quite a few books, but I don't let them hang around because they just gather dust. They're not nice, are they?
It's clutter, isn't it?
Yeah, it is clutter.
Although a bookshelf is very good for soundproofing if you're into audio recording.
Oh, I didn't know that. There we are. That's why people do it maybe then.
That's why it sounds so echoey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My bookshelves are just full of audiobooks, guys.
You said your bum then?
That too.
His bum's full of audiobooks. Listen, the markets are dreadful at the moment. Apart from crypto strategy, I've come up with another idea to earn money.
Right.
Yeah, myself and Megan are going to do some adult videos on OnlyFans. We're going to start October the 1st.
Oh, we've seen all that. We don't want to see that again. It's disgusting.
We're going to start October the 1st. And,
they're too red and big.
Yeah. Have you seen that, though? The ridiculous content. They're banning now that, aren't they? You can't do adult content on OnlyFans.
Right.
They've stopped it.
That's all it is, isn't it?
Exactly. They've stopped it. I mean, essentially, that's like saying it's banned videos from YouTube. It's not going to work, guys. That's your business plan, isn't it? If you look on Twitter...
I don't think that was the intention when they started. I think that was...
No, but they can't get funding now. Fred's talking to me Fred's talking to me, miming to me through the window.
He wants to get on OnlyFans.
He wants... What do you want, Fred?
Dad, what's the lucky?
Can I add £2 to his Go Henry and he'd give it back to me in real life? I don't know how he expects to do this. He says this. I'm saving up for stuff. How are you saving, Fred? Where are you getting money from? So what do you want?
No.
£2, all right, go on then. Okay.
£2 to go on OnlyFans.
No, not OnlyFans, no. But OnlyFans, if you look on some of the states on people on Twitter, just type in OnlyFans, but the news will come up now, but the people who go on there, and they think, how are these people making money? Honestly, Pad, that's a go. What do you want, Fred? I will add £2 now. You go, you tap me on the shoulder.
We're buying it now.
Okay, go. Okay, I'll do that now then. Go on. That's kids, that's all they want, is money and stuff. That's why you have to keep investing. Kids, that's all they want.
Give it to him in crypto.
Yeah. Well, no, do you know what I've done? This is a good idea, actually. A while back, I sent you a link to free trade.
Right.
What's it called?
Oh, yeah. I forgot all about that.
Free trade, yeah, and you didn't take it up. I earned some money from that. You get free shares, and it's free to trade any shares in the world. No, Fred, you're still standing there. You're standing behind me. Have you done it? No, go away. I didn't realize you're standing behind me then. I'll do it now. I'm talking. I'm trying to get too critical to go.
He's trying to earn the money. He's trying to earn the money. This is the job that earns the £2 for the whatever it is he wants.
Go Henry.
Yeah. Okay.
What's Go Henry? Is that Hoover?
Yeah.
No, it's a app for kids where you they have a bank account and a credit card
It's quite good for siphoning money out of your account.
Right, I've done it, friends. £3. Is that much on?
How much do I have in total now?
You can check that on your app. I'm in the middle of a podcast here.
He's broadcasting to his fans.
472.
Well, I had £10.
Oh, this is a little insight.
No, ask Monty's got 14 quid. You got 4 quid, so I think he's next to me money. All right, go on. I'll do it in a bit. Anyway, this is what I'm going to do with the boys, right? To get him into investing, because I was watching Warren Buffett yesterday. It inspired me a bit, because his father sort of inspired him to get investing. And I've tried several times, but I'm going to give him £100 each in free trade.
Is he still there? You can hear that.
No, I know. Yeah,
Can I have it now? Just so
yeah. No, I said you can't just straight away. This is what he says to me. Can I sell that and have the cash? I said, that's not the point of investing, Fred. You just sell it all and get the cash. No, I said if you make a profit, maybe you can take some out. But the whole point is invest it and get more. But yeah, because free trade, kids obviously most of the brands they are aware of are American, and so they're all based in America. So I say do some research. We'll spend half an hour a week talking about companies you want to invest in that you think are hot. Your kids talking about, and they invest in them. And so that's a good reason to have it.
Playtime sounds fun with you, Just.
I know it does, doesn't it? But no, that's the way to get him in, isn't it? Get him involved. No, but yeah. But
Daddy, tell me more about investing.
Yes. Well, no, that's just stop. Well, he's coming back in. What do you want?
Can I have that 100 quid now, Dad?
My money up to £12.50. Please and thank you.
Maybe in half an hour. Bye. You have to do 10 backflips on the trampoline.
Well, look then.
Oh well, I'll do it after this, Fred. I can't just look at you doing backflips when I'm doing a podcast.
But Mummy's got it out and she's not.
Well, tell Mummy to put it away. Right. So, Fred, give me 10 minutes. Right, we're finishing up. Listen to that. Cool. So what are we talking about? OnlyFans, I don't understand why it's doing that, because obviously they're going for money. But they're
sort of between a rock and a hard place, aren't they? Like either they get their investment and they can continue, or they don't get any investment and they can't continue. So they've just got to.
But they're doing so well,
fight
aren't
for
they?
survival.
But last week when I suggested that, Pad, but you doing stuff on the, you'd be surprised at the people earning money on OnlyFans. They're not attractive. They're not, honestly.
Yeah, but the only way the system works is for them to have access to some of the financial institutions, and those financial institutions are going, hang on, this is a porn site, we're not interested.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else?
What's your point? The only reason we're still here is we want to hear your crypto plan. Come on.
Oh yeah, sorry. So crypto. No, I will be posting that on the Discord crypto channel on Sharepickers Investment Club. It's not investment, but there's a little strategy I'm looking at. It's purely based on technical analysis. It's sort of working out. Like I said, I've taken my pocket money on my thing up by 100%, pretty much over the last month or so. But no, I've set up some filters on TradingView that alert me when companies come. Obviously, it takes a while, but I like it. I like doing that strategy. But I think I can, I can make a nice bit of return here on pocket money alone. So
okay, cool.
I'm going to post that, and I give the reasons for. Obviously, it's not investment. It's just a bit of fun. But yes. But the thing is, difference in this, like I said, difference in this and investing is that I don't have any faith in any of the projects that these crypto companies are touting. They all seem quite viable if you read them. They're all quite, but does it have a future? I have no idea. But yet they are very liquid. So the charts and the setups tend to work very well. Whereas sometimes on, in AIM stocks, they don't, because it's very illiquid compared to cryptos. That's why I'm doing it. So, it's also taken my mind off, just staring at my shares all the time. And it has done that, just tinkering around with something else. It's almost like if you need to do some gardening, while the markets are dreadful. Do some gardening. Do whatever you do. Take your mind off the markets. Take your mind off your investments. Because tinkering around with your investments when it's good businesses, if you start selling just because the share price goes down, but the business is improving, that's not the way to make money.
But with the whole thing, the strategy of like the 5 stocks that you're very focused on, in short, it's not nice at the moment. But when things are good, what are you going to do then? Well, look at it and go, oh, that's nice. You're still not going to do anything, are you? It's just going to look nicer.
On what?
Well, as things recover, or when things push on up, I mean, what are you going to actually do? You're not going to be trading. You're just going to be looking. Oh, that's a higher amount of money.
But what I'm saying is, it's emotionally quite challenging, isn't it? To see his portfolio grind lower and lower there, and if you can make it a bit more fun and make a couple of pence somewhere else, it surprisingly takes you money. Like I have literally less than 1/4% of the value of my ISA in crypto. But it's amazing how little now I'm actually looking at the share prices of my stocks when I'm looking at charts of crypto. But literally, financially, it's insignificant. But it's taken my mind off, every day looking at bloody red or, so. But that'll change. In fact, I think Friday, the shares for one stock went up with a player in, and the rest stayed where they are, which it'll change around slowly. Like I said, we had that big rally day back a while back. I was on holidays after everything was going down. We'll bump along the bottom now. We'll start to obviously gain some positive traction, hopefully now towards September, October, and towards the end of the year. So, it's just taking your mind off it. Taking your mind off. They're a good investment. Just timing the market pays out, but having that red every day is so annoying. Steve's got a TV recommendation, haven't you, Steve?
Well, I do, but it's probably not the one that I was talking about last night. I just started watching it.
What the hell was that?
That was the bookcase.
Paddy, you all right?
Hello.
What happened there?
I just moved my chair.
All right, sorry, the bookcase fell on you.
Was it loud?
That'd be awful. If that'd be awful. That wouldn't it? Paddy bought a bookcase he never used. It fell over and killed him.
No, he built a bookcase.
Built it. I didn't buy it.
Oh, yeah, you built it. Yes.
Built it with his own bare hand. It killed him.
What are the useless bits of furniture you're going to invent? Maybe a massive coat stand when you got one coat.
Yeah.
An antique, maybe 18-foot skateboard made of wood. Anyway, Steve, go on. Sorry, go on.
So I started watching. It's a bit trashy TV, kind of Love Island-esque kind of thing. But it's been around for quite a while. But I just started watching it. Below Deck is very good, very good. Oh. Below Deck.
Below Deck. What are you blowing?
Sorry.
Below Deck.
Right.
Okay.
So it basically follows it's like a flat wall.
Deck. Oh, deck. Sorry.
Anton Deck.
As in like a boat deck.
Below Deck. It's what? They're on OnlyFans now, are they, Anton Deck?
Right.
It just follows the crew of luxury yachts and the private charters and stuff, and it's just quite good to watch. I don't know. But there was the reason I brought it up, obviously I mentioned on the WhatsApp group, is one of the charters, so the guests that came on were penny stock investors, and it was just quite funny because you had this guy trying to teach as part of the show, the how to make money from penny stocks. And it was just quite amusing. But these guys were just moaning about the internet on the boat for the entire time because they were like, it's just not quick enough. We can't see our graphs. It was just like...
but just point out to him that's not the point of the boat, is it? If you're on the internet, stay in your office. Yeah.
Exactly. But my real recommendation on Amazon Prime is Cruel Summer.
Oh, what's that about?
Very good, that one. 10 episodes. Watched it in 2 nights.
What's it about, Steve?
I don't want to give too much.
It's about the AIM stock market.
Yes, this year.
It's a drama. Well, no. I don't know. I don't want to explain it. It's a really complicated, thriller thing. But you've got to concentrate and watch it because it basically jumps through 3 different years. It's crime.
Right.
Crime drama.
There we are. Crime drama.
Okay, crime drama. Anything else, boys? Anything else?
I've just got Disney Plus.
I have as well.
I mean, I was a little bit disappointed, I've got to be honest.
Yeah, my kids...
There's a lot of cartoons on there.
Yeah. Do you know what?
Should have been obvious, but I was expecting more non-cartoons, I've got to be honest. Yeah.
Well, we did it because obviously the kids can't go out for 10 days, and Fred kept nagging about it for ages, and I've said, no. And it was like 70 quid for a year, so, as well, and Fair Play does Pirates of the Caribbean and all that stuff. I said to Megan, I wonder if there's any stuff on there for us. So I looked at it. It seems like very old stuff, or for adults. There's some new stuff I never heard of, but I don't know. In fact, I did Google it, but it's not. I'm surprised you went for that, Pad. Really?
There's a Tesco Club Card offer. I got 3 months for £8. So
that's all right. There we are.
I'll do that.
Paddy's also just got Sky Sports, but he's like, it's just all sport.
Yeah. Bit disappointed with that.
I was expecting something else.
Adult content, but only fans for that until the October the 1st, and that's it. No more adult content there. You can still go nude in the Pad. You can't do sexually explicit stuff, So, I mean...
Can I just say that Justin seems obsessed with you, Paddy, being naked or...
Well, exactly. In fact, you've got one subscriber anyway. That'll pay for Disney Plus. Just me. A naked bike class every week, like a Peloton naked with socks on, and it's just me there. All right, Jess. All right, Pad.
You could just do that on FaceTime or Zoom.
On Zoom,
yeah.
Okay. But I'm going to say, just for people, there's a fine line between nude and sexually explicit, isn't it? Because you get nude, and then because apparently you can still do nude after the 1st of October, but you can't do sexually explicit.
It's got to be arty, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's part of that word. It's what you do with your arty. Yeah, cool. I'll just finish. Richard Wise Happy, that book, How the World's Greatest Investors Win in the Markets and Life, by William Green. It's very good audio, but the audio guy is not very good. Just annoying. But,
what's it called?
Richer, Wiser, Happier, How the World's Greatest Investors Win in the Markets and Life, by William Green. Green has interviewed many of the world's most successful investors, exploring in depth the question of what principles, processes, insights, habits, and they've all got different, styles, which is good. It's like a football team, all different. Oh, by the way, and if you've got spare time, watch some Sean Locke stuff. I think the guy was excellent, and I think he touched more people than he realised. Because a lot more. As soon as he announced, I suppose because he died quite young, it affected and shocked people. But I watched some of his stuff and. Genuinely, I've seen a lot of live comedians, and I saw Sean Locke in the Comedy Store, and he's one of two comedians. I'm going to say that I couldn't breathe, and I wish he'd stop telling gags because I couldn't get my breath because I was laughing so much, and he kept going. And when you're in a small room sometimes, and the comedian's on a roll, he's on form. It happens, you can see the best comedian, but if they're not on form, it doesn't happen. But it was a specific time and a place, and he was in that room, and he had that room, and literally we were on our backs, and I could not, and he kept going, and I couldn't stop, and I was literally in pain, and and also it was amazing, and I thought this guy is so good. And some of the things he did, that Rectum of the Year, that was quite funny, wasn't it? On Cat you in the finals in Cancun.
Yeah.
So, and that thing,
it's something when you see other people really properly crying, like watching 8 out of 10 Cats, the countdown stuff, where they just go off on these riffs, which just when Jimmy Carr is losing his mind and crying. That just makes it even funnier to watch, doesn't it? When you can see that none of this is planned.
Yeah. I like even simple stuff like me. That routine there. He said the stand-up one he sent, and he talked about when you get a wrong number, just play along with it. Is Mandy there, please? Mandy. Hang on. I'll just get over. Mandy, is someone on the phone? Get your shoes off. Put your special slippers on. Goes back to the phone. Yeah, she's coming now. Just changing into her slippers. That's all. I love that. Just that surreal thing. But I don't know if you went once. I went with him on a bus to the Euros because he's a friend of Johnny Vaughan's, isn't he? And literally, we were on the bus there. And we did this. He did this, scattered up and skippity up. Did this routine, almost like off the cuff jazz riff routine, and he kept throwing odd names in there and beers and all that stuff, and it was just excellent. It just really all spot on, and we were just laughing our heads off. And Johnny was keeping up, trying to keep up with him, but it was phenomenal. And Johnny's very good as well, but Sean was, just had us in stitches, and he's a nice guy, really good. It was a shock, really shock, but worth watching. I watched that the other morning, and I thought there's no better way to start the day than watching a good comedian for 5 minutes. It makes you laugh in the morning. You don't often do that,
But there's so very few really good comedians, and he really was just a genuinely, just naturally funny guy. It was just brilliant.
Timing,
and no pretense or no ego or anything like that. It was just it's just very funny.
Do you see that one where you sit next to... You know, comedians are very competitive, right? And a lot of them, if a comedian's on a roll, a lot of them next door won't smile and they won't laugh and pretend, this is, I accept this is funny, I'm used to this kind of stuff. And like on 8 or 10 Cats, he had that can of water. Do you see that water can?
Yeah,
it's just basically a can of lager with a wrap around it saying water on it. And he just got out and said, "No, it's just water." Yeah. And he said, and he poured it in his glass. And obviously it was lager. He said, "It's canal water, you know." And I wouldn't normally say this, but because it's such nice water, cheers. And I drank it, you know. But I love that. It's little simple things. But yeah, it's worth watching. And you know, just shocking, really. But lovely stuff. Yeah. Anything else, boys? Anything else?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, you know, just for fun.
Sean Locke clips.
Yeah, watch that, but just for fun as well. Maybe get the free trade app or Coinbase app and just mess around, you know. By the way, if you want some links, you know, to help set you up on those platforms, I can give you those links. All right.
Okay. Right.
That's nice of you.
Yeah. And I get,
can't Google.
Boys, you've already got my link, right?
Yeah, we're going to go use Paddy's link.
and I get free £7 on free. You get a free share on free trade, and I think you get £7 on or $10 on Coinbase.
I get £7.35. So
okay, well, give it a pad. I mean, you know, he's go.
He wants to buy some He wants to buy some books.
Yeah, exactly. Marvellous. Let's speak you next week.
Bye.
Right.
cool.
He doesn't say goodbye. That's just great.
The Share Pickers Weekend Podcast with Justin, Paddy, Peter and Steve. The content of this podcast is not intended as investment advice. It is for information purposes only. People in this podcast may hold positions in the stocks they talk about. Do not buy anything based solely on a tip or recommendation. Please do your own research.